Hello everyone, this is BIGALSKIx,
And this is JTB.
and this is, what role am I on? Abysmal Lair 4. I've already done 1, 2, and 3. This is farming the 2 worms. Now, this is a picture of Maramasa in the cup in the Hall of Balance on Abysmal Lair 3 that I forgot to add in whenever I did the mission, and I was really going to show that. But as you can see, he does give you a blue that you can pull. You can use it for health. You can use it to chain a UT. You know, I left it on the last ogre to just kind of show it, because if anybody's close to you and you pull out your bow, he's going to target that. You know, he's going to target the enemy and not Maramasa. So I don't think that's very reliable for like some health or a quick UT, but that's just my opinion because I suck with the bow. So
well, everyone sucks with the bow when Ryu is like when you don't want him to aim at something. Like,
so having said that, this is for Abysmal Lair 4. You can collect this with Benediction. You know, I'm kind of deciding. You know, I go back and forth. It's like, man, do I want to collect that? Do I want to use it to charge? You know, I know I got one guy, and because the thing that you don't want to do is what I just did, was damage the electric worm. That's the one you don't want to hit if at all possible, because that's the one you're going to be farming. Now, you see how much damage it did on the electric worm? That's probably the equivalent of 4 hit 1 UTs.
man, so that's 50,000.
Yeah, that's 50,000 points
that's
right there.
50,000. That's quick maths.
Yeah.
as we say over here. But yeah, that's 50,000. Man, that really puts that into perspective. It's like 1 Debilero UT is 50k, like end game karma.
Look at that kind of bad luck right there. Yeah.
Yeah, that was unlucky.
Because the thing is,
these
Go
bugs, man, just to say the bugs, just the damage the bugs do is just...
well, I think he hit me and then I bounced into the wall, and you know, you always get a little bit extra damage when you bounce into the wall. But again, that's something that you have to be careful when you're going to release your UTs. Because I still think I'm staying there, and see, I pushed my direction that way. Sometimes it goes towards that way, sometimes it doesn't hit.
Yeah.
But you definitely want to be careful with the bugs, because you don't want to use that to and accidentally UT the electric worm.
How many? I know Kel has a video up on this, doesn't he? Like, I'm trying to think. How many? What's his like in-game karma against the mission rounds?
I don't know. It's pretty high, because see, that's one reason why you just saw me just kind of land and hit forward Y when I didn't mean to. That's the reason you'll see me kind of jump at the wall and go from there, because I usually will mess up. See, again, I tried to push my direction, so right there I'm already going to lose at least, 80,000 points.
Yeah. I mean, like, it just puts it into like the reality. If this was a run, like, you'd reset as soon as you hit the worm.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the lunar method was new. I mean, like way back when, before color TV and that, like, we used the nunchucks like to do this. It's
Right.
It's really, like it's amazing, like how, like, I guess I don't know. Like, it's weird, isn't it? Like, no one ever thought of using the lunar. Like,
it's just funny how it came, how far it's come since we even started. So I didn't really, like I said, I could have restarted, but trying to go through the whole mission on this one, and especially the 3 worms, and not hit the electric worm at least once is, almost, I want to say almost impossible. And then see, this is me trying this for the first time. So I really haven't tried this strategy before. So you gotta release before you think he's going to move, because if you wait and see him move, then that's the reason you're going to get 2 hits. I mean, that's how critical the timing is.
yeah.
And if you release too early, you're going to completely whiff.
And then you're going to be down on time. That's another thing about these worm missions. Like, these worm missions, I know, way back when on the old forum, there was a lot of discussion on sort of like what was the theoretical max on these worms. And the theory never really kind of took into account the time. I mean, like right now, like you're already over 3 minutes, and that's just getting rid of one of, you know, basically getting rid of the other worm, and then you still have to farm this guy. So
yeah.
you know, for people that are watching along, you know, like look at the clock, and you know, I mean, we can do it on the next one. Like, you know, see how long it takes you to get that UT. If every UT is taking you, you know, like 20, 30 seconds maybe to get, then you're only really getting like half of those points, because it's 50 seconds is one UT. So you really have to think, okay, I might be getting this, but, you know, I mean, that hit at 227, so we can watch here and see when the next one hits. But if you're taking like 40 or something seconds, like if you're getting slow UTs, then like that was really great right there. That was like 2 UTs in 10 seconds. You've got to keep that in mind. Like, it can throw you off on missions like Schmorgan too. If you can spend ages getting your UTs, and then you think, oh, this run went really well, I got all 50 UTs, I killed everything, it's great. And you can be like 400 seconds over where you need to be, and it's annoying, because in a way it's like a wasted run, even though it is a good run, but it's just too slow.
Right. Well, here's a few things that have happened. You see that I've had to release, he did it 3 times in a row, but if he goes in and immediately comes back out, you're not going to get a chance to charge a full UT. And as we all know, for the most part, a double connecting ET is going to do more damage than a UT.
Yeah, the Luna's weird like that. There's a few weapons like that, really. The Debilo's ET, like hit for hit, is stronger than the UT for the most part. Like if you hit a clone with a Debiloro ET, it does a chunk of damage. Whereas if you hit him like dead on with a UT, it does like just a tiny little bit. And I say the Luna's the same. The Dragon Sword, when you get that double connecting ET on the Dragon Sword, like that just cleaves health off stuff.
So watch your kill counter, and then of course that happens. But, you know, there was one run that I had that I hadn't been hurt at all, and I got down to that point, and I said, well, you know what? Let me pull out my Dabi and just kill all the bugs right together. Well, right when I went to go release, the bug changed, so Ryu changed direction with the bug, and I like hit the worm. And then I'm like, okay, you know, I'll just try it one more time. No, and I did the same thing. You know, so then I had to restart. But one thing that I learned, and you'll see it in the next video compared to this, but you see me rolling left and right. That is no good, just because you want to roll under his. See how I released a little bit too early there. Mm-hmm. But you want to roll under whenever he spits the electricity and just stay right there. Because if you roll away just to kind of go back and forth to avoid his spit, then you've got to roll back into where you want to go. And if you're not in that exact corner, from what my experience was, like if I was a little bit closer, a little bit to the left, then I'm not going to hit him, or I'm going to do more damage than I wanted to. So I didn't learn until the next video. And again, this was just kind of a practice thing to see what it was. And like I've said all along, if I make my average, I'm moving on. It could be a lot better. And you know, this part right here is just like Smogging. You know, if he just constantly kind of does his flap and wing flap and stuff like that, you know, it's going to cost you a lot of time too. But there's the perfect example of he came straight out. He's not hesitating like he is there. So you have to release.
It's annoying. These worm missions, Schmorgan is like it, Descent of the Fiends 3, the tank, anything that's kind of focused around like heavy, like mass UT farming, is you really are kind of bound by the look of the draw on what the enemy does. I remember before kind of mission mode was like truly figured out, but I remember I had an amazing Schmorgan run. This is years and years ago. And I think like the final score on it, like it was barely over 800,000, and I was looking at it and thinking like, how the hell does that not crack like at least 900k? And then like the more we thought about it, and then like the more the game was broken down, and I think I finished that run on like well over 900 seconds.
Oh wow. Yeah, that's almost the limit. 999 is the limit. Yeah.
Yeah, and then like going back and going when I did my other videos for mission mode just to kind of get over that 55 hump, I did Schmorgan again and like blew past that immediately. And I thought, oh, it was time. Like, you know, it dawned on me like it was time that was putting me so behind on that other run. You know, I was taking too long. And when you have to kind of
look at that.
that was really cool. When you have to like try and force your UTs, like when you have to take some risks, you know, in mission mode, it's kind of the blessing and the curse of mission mode is that it's only one thing. You know, you've essentially got one fight to do really well, but there's a lot of variables to it. Whereas story mode is like the entire game, but at least you can save.
Right. Well, here I think I hit him twice. I'm like, just don't mess up. I know I got 2 more UTs in me. No, okay, it's here.
I think
I got 2 more, and I'll be okay. But notice whenever I rolled to the other side, if he had went back to start charging, then I would have had to roll back to where I was and then start charging, which means I would have, you know, it would cost me another, 6 or 7 seconds. I mean, just learn. That's the reason. Just stay right there because you can roll under it. No. Okay, I didn't. Okay.
Oh, nice.
Now see, well, yeah. Now just throw the shuriken, Alan. Just throw the shurikens.
Nah,
I mean, that's all I got to do. I mean,
go for that. Go for that UT. You got to go for it.
Well, that's, yeah, and I think it's like, okay, let me try it. But then again, it's like I'm not gonna get credit for it. See, it didn't go up in there. So, knowing how much a single hit UT is, and I probably could have saved a little bit more time, got just a tiny bit better score if I had just thrown the exploding shurikens at him and killed him. But at the end of the day, it was 803, and mine was 850 was my average, I believe. So I made it. It could always be better, especially my play. It could always be better, but it shows you don't have to play perfect to get 50 million.
I mean, on that note, with regards to the score, the ET and the UT that connected on him, that's what, end game karma, you're looking at like 80,000 minimum?
Yeah, pretty much.
Like just in those 2 hits that hit him when you were taking out the flame worm.
So, and that's a struggle, and we'll talk about it more in the next video about that, especially the 3 worms. But I never, the whole time that I played this, and again, because I got my average, I didn't play it maybe as many times as I normally would have if I was going for a better score. But I never once got to the electric worm without at least hitting him once or twice. I think when I first started it, I was like, okay, if I hit him twice, I'll be okay. And that was just to kind of get through it. It wasn't until after I kind of looked at how much damage I was doing that, wait a minute, that's at least 50 to 80,000 points that I'm losing right here. But getting to the point where the electric worm hasn't taken any damage, that's pretty tough.
Yeah, definitely.
Not on this one maybe as much as the other one, but that's it, guys. Gonna be kind of more the same on the next video, but there's still other things to talk about. So hope y'all enjoyed it. Y'all take care. Don't forget about the Abysmal Lair 3, the little Maramasa. If for some reason you're super low on health at the very end, and you can get the ogres kind of at the very other side, you can go get some free health from Maramasa as long as you know how to drag it without absorbing it. That way you don't have to use an elixir. But
just on that note, I'm thinking off the top of my head, don't you have the Kitetsu in that mission?
I think you do. Yeah, you do.
I think you do. Yeah, I'd say probably the Kitetsu is probably less risk just because of reuse aiming with the bow.
Oh, are you talking about to absorb health from the?
Yeah. Like if you get down to 1 ogre, like my go-to would be the Kitetsu there. Like just roll under something and do forward X and like drain health that way, just because of reuse aiming.
Well, the thing is if you're playing for score, you draining that health might cost you a UT.
Oh yeah, definitely. But it's better than dying because of reuse aim.
That's true. That's people are going to have to figure that one out for themselves.
Yeah.
Do I go for score, or do I just clear it and have peace of mind? Peace of mind means a lot in this game.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, everyone. Y'all take care. We'll see you.
Take care, guys.